This is the Bob Leonard Show. We'll be with you for about an hour, and what we do on this program is we take the stories you've been reading about in your newspaper and watching on television the last week or so, and we put our spin on it. We try to interpret what's behind the story. And, you know, we're about the only organization that does that. The regular news media just doesn't have the time to get into it like we can, especially on television. So hopefully we assist you in better understanding what's going on. You know, like we tell you every week, it's only our opinion, and you know, you can accept or reject it. But we're obviously going to have our say. Now, if you miss this program tonight, you can see it again Friday night at 8:30, not 8:30 on Friday night. And it'll be on for an hour, and it'll be a repeat of this program. And we also have been told that some of this program appears rather regularly on the internet on flinttalk.com. So those of you who may have missed both, you might be able to pick up some of it on that program. But anyway, tonight we have a number of stories we want to get to. The first thing we want to discuss is something that was very troublesome in my mind, and I'm sure a lot of the public, when they read a story this week about an officer being a Flint police officer under investigation for a woman's abduction. And we want to get into that because there's so many wrinkles in it. And what we'll do is present the evidence, and you decide. We have an interview with the young lady tonight. We're the only ones that has this interview or been able to interview her, and she explains what happened. And in my mind, she's very believable. But anyway, we'll let you decide, and what we're going to do is, in this thing, we're going to show you the story behind the story. And then we'll update you on the Flint City Council investigative hearing on whether Mayor Don Williamson illegally used city resources to help his wife, Patsy Lou's, successful state Senate campaign this past August. And you'll have to decide that. And then we want to talk about something that was in the Journal yesterday, written by one of our favorite writers for the Journal, investigative reporter Ron Fonger, on the story that the taxpayers are still paying for Woodrow Stanley's vacations. We'll discuss those things with you, and if we get a chance to, we want to discuss the outrage of this investigation by the ombudsman into Inez Brown, the city clerk. Outrageous. This woman has an impeccable reputation in this community for 45, 50 years. And we'll discuss that, what this investigation tried to do to her. Unsuccessfully, as it turned out. But let's go to this other story I want to quickly get to. You know, it's a very disturbing story that emerged in the press last week I was telling you about, that if this is true, it deserves official and community condemnation. Here's the Journal story on it. It says, officer under investigation for woman's abduction. The Flint Police Internal Affairs Office is investigating a report that an officer inappropriately searched and abducted a 19-year-old woman while checking a tip about drug activity. And that's the key issue here, is the tip and who it came from, and we'll get into that. Chief Gary Hagler confirmed the incident involving Officer David Collardi is being investigated by Internal Affairs. Collardi said Wednesday of Condon's version of events, that's the young lady, Miss Condon, it pretty much happened. He said he had to act quickly after a call from an informant which came while he was off duty, and they told him a crime was being committed at the time. Informant, okay? It says, this is Collardi's statement. I got a call from a confidential source about a drug transaction. Confidential source is somebody I'm sure that he used in the past, or certainly the implication is he used it in the past. He said he didn't know that the incident was under investigation by his own department. That is the allegation made by the woman and being investigated by the Special Affairs Division of the Flint Police Department. Internal Affairs, I'm sorry. Now, what happened is there was this woman and her boyfriend were sitting behind the restaurant where she worked, and she had just come out of work. And we're sitting there talking, and there was a large group of people who were in some kind of a car show that were parked in that parking area, and were all available as witnesses to what happened here. Now, there was 30, 40 people probably there. They see Collardi pulls up in front of this woman's car, where the woman and her boyfriend